claim that the protests at the toll gate had been hijacked and become violent. The report says that while there was violence on the 20th in places like Mushin and Orile, the toll gate itself remained completely peaceful, and therefore there was no need to deploy security agents there. The report also claims that the panel found that there was no justification for calling the army itself because the situation had clearly not broken down beyond the point where the police could control it. For that reason, it claims that the panel found that it doesn't matter whether the army followed its rules of engagement or not, the army should not have been at the toll gate. But what did the army do at the toll gate? The online report claims that 65 Battalion of the 81 Division was there, led by Lieutenant Colonel Bello. It claims the panel found that the army used both blank rounds and live ammunition at the toll gate and fired both in the air and directly at the protesters. This report that leaked online claims that there were numerous casualties, including 9 confirmed dead, 4 presumed dead. Over 30 others were confirmed injured, but the online report also accepts that the casualty numbers may be higher. That's because the report claims that the panel found that there was a cover-up involving the army and various agencies of the state government. This report that leaked online claims that the panel found that bodies were carried away from the scene, ambulances were prevented from reaching the scene, and that from the early hours of the morning, Loma and other agencies began cleaning up the toll gate site before investigators could inspect it. The online report claims that the panel called this a violation of best practices in crime scene investigation. Also, the report claims that the panel accused the LCC of manipulating the CCTV cameras at the toll gate to limit the amount of shooting that was covered. Here are some of the names of the dead listed by the online report: Victor Sunday Ibaga, Solomon Abuta, Jide, Olalekong Abidin Ashafa, Olamilekong Ajasa, Kolade Salami, Folorunsho Olabisi, Kenechukwu Ugo, Nathaniel Solomon. May their souls rest in peace. The report also claims that the panel accused the police of also shooting at protesters after the army left. It says the panel said that the police lied when they testified that they had scaled back their operations across the state since October 14th. It says the panel has evidence based on daily sign-offs of guns and ammunition at police stations that police continued operating during the protests and increased their activity on October 20th. Then there's a question of whether the shooting can be called a massacre. That was one of the biggest debates last year. According to this report that leaked online, the panel said yes. It claims that the panel used 2 definitions for massacre. The first one is, quote, the killing of multiple individuals, which is considered to be morally unacceptable, especially when perpetrated by political actors against defenseless victims, end quote. The second definition of massacre is, quote, the act or instance of killing a number of usually helpless or unresisting human beings under circumstances of atrocity or cruelty, end quote. So I ask you, does the Lekki shooting qualify? The report claims that the panel made recommendations. First of all, All military personnel who went to the toll gate should be disciplined and dismissed from service. The army should be discouraged from intervening in internal security. We've talked about that so many times here on Hard Facts. All protesters still behind bars should be released. So notice that 1 year later, Lagos, some protesters are still being held. The hospitals that treated Lekki massacre victims free of charge should be giving special awards, and government should clear the bills. That's another recommendation from this report that leaked online. The DPO and officers of Maroko police station should be prosecuted for shooting civilians at the toll gate. All security agencies should be retrained on how to handle peaceful protest. The Lekki toll gate should be renamed EndSARS toll gate. October 20th should be a national day named EndSARS Day. And on EndSARS Day, passage through the toll gate should be free of charge. That's the recommendation from the panel. They also recommend that the federal government should apologize to the youth for using state actors to end the protests. Permanent standing committees and panels should be set up to handle police brutality complaints, and a fund for Lekki tollgate victims should be set up and a memorial erected for the fallen. So this is some of what this online report says. Lagos, like I said, I read it, all 309 pages. It was hard to read. It was difficult to read. There's so much more. We're going to talk about it in the coming days, as well as what the government is saying officially. But right now, over to you. 0700-993-993, 993 01465-7190, 0809 5975-805. That's our WhatsApp number, 0809-5975-805. That's for WhatsApp. If you're listening abroad and you want to join the show via Skype, Nigeria Info FM. That's our Skype, Nigeria Info FM. And of course, we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. YouTube is Nigeria Info FM 99.3. Hello.
Hi, Sandra.
Thank you for calling.
This is Remy.
Remy, welcome.
Well, I read the paper too. I read it too. So it's like confirming what we've been saying from day one. We knew it took place, and we stood on it till now. I could recall a certain man kept calling you during that period. I won't mention his name. I believe you know the person too. He said he's a journalist that has been practicing since 1985. He kept saying nothing like that happened. I think he should call and apologize. He's a regular caller. Thank you.
Thank you, Remy, for calling. All right. We've got more people who are trying to call into the show. 99.3. Hello. Hello. Turn your radio off. What's your name, sir? Hello.
Hello.
Can you turn your radio off for me, please?
Yes, I've done that. Good afternoon.
Right. Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, my name is Chooks. I'm calling from Ibafo.
Welcome, Chooks. Go ahead.
Yes. I've been listening to your show for a long time. I'm happy to have called in today.
I'm glad to have you on the show today.
All right. The report you just read out right now is actually mind-boggling, and it goes to show how insincere our government officials can be. As a matter of fact, in a single climb where things work well, by now, the likes of Lai Mohammed and some other state actors have resigned by now, because this is just you lying to the public about a very glaring and evidently clear. So I want, like the last caller just said, now I want the likes of your regular callers who were asking us who died, how do you know they died, who are the families, to come now and deny this fact. And again, I want to say that the committee being set up again to sanction or bring out another white paper to review the report is actually, to me, a delay tactics. And someone who should be very careful and be, should know that the world is watching. We are watching to see the end of this report, what they will do about this report, and how they will implement the recommendation of the report. Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you, Chooks, for calling. Jamal on Facebook says, ordinarily, Sanwo-Olu should kiss his 2023 ambition goodbye. Ordinarily. Jamal, thanks for your message. We've got more messages here on Facebook. Clarence says, the Lekki Tollgate massacre wasn't a failure of strategy or a failure to engage. It was premeditated murder. cold-blooded, calculated to break the youth. We've got Joy in Ikeja on the line. Hi, Joy.
Yes, good afternoon. I'm calling in specifically because of that. There's this man wrote to me that usually calls me. That I say what's he called? A journalist. I don't know the journalist, the kind of investigation he has made. So this one that he's seeing now, he will call in and tell you that it's not massacre. There's Sandra. It's not the.
Oh, Joy, I do wish you'll call us back. Remember, of course, you can share your thoughts with us via Facebook, via WhatsApp, via YouTube. 99.3, hello. Hello? 99.3.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
This is calling from Odebolo.
Welcome, Eze. Go ahead.
Yeah, the question I want to ask, as the truth is out now, everybody has heard the truth now. The whole world is listening to you as you are talking, and they even read it in the net. What will be the next action now?
Well, the next action is to wait for the government to release their report, their white paper, in 2 weeks' time, and then we'll see where they go from there.
And after that, what will happen? What will those families that lost their loved ones do? Can they compensate them? Can they even... What are they going to do?
Well, since I'm not the spokesperson of the government, I can't exactly answer those questions. But when the next thing happens, I will report it.
So for me, I will let them forget about it. Those that have died. Let them forget about EndSARS issue. Because they'll pronounce the police have they stopped killing people? They have not stopped. So what is the essence of doing that? There is no need of doing all those things. Let them continue killing us. But one day, the cup will be full of our food that nobody will stand to witness it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Will the cup full if you keep forgetting it? Are you not here today because you've been forgetting it for at least 60 years? Lagos, we're going to take a break. When we come back from this break, we'll talk about our second story where Governor Sanwo-Olu says that the white paper on the EndSARS panel report will be ready in 2 weeks. What do you think about that? You can still talk about the content of the report that leaked online after we come back from a break. And yes, WhatsApp is available as well. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. Facebook, where we're streaming live, is Nigeria Info 99.3. YouTube is Nigeria Info FM. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili on social media. Ezekwesili on social media. We've got a debate between teenagers coming up at 4 o'clock. Don't miss it. But still to come, more Big Three.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
Nigeria Info. We start every day on Hard Facts by bringing you three of the biggest stories of the day, and there's no story bigger than the report that leaked online from the Lagos EndSARS Panel. Well, before that happened, the panel submitted its findings to the governor, and the governor said that he's going to set up a 4-man panel who will produce a white paper on the EndSARS Panel report and will make it ready in 2 weeks. So after 1 year of waiting, the EndSARS Panel delivered its report, but the governor has set up another panel to review the report and create a white paper on the report, which will reflect government's position on the report and what government intends to do. And the reactions have been interesting. Some negotiants are saying that this is simply due process. Others are saying this is too much formality and not enough human face. Others are crying foul, warning against any attempt to dilute the actual findings of the first panel. That's because, like we already said, the official report of the first panel is not being made public officially yet. So many members of the public are insisting that the government should publish it while we wait for the white paper. Do you agree? Talk to me, Lagos. And yes, you can still talk about the content of the online report. 0700-993-993-993 for men. For women, 01465-7190. And of course, we've got WhatsApp 080-959-75805. Facebook available as well. Share your thoughts there. Facebook Nigeria Info 99.3. YouTube Nigeria Info FM. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Sandra.
Thanks for calling. What's your name, sir?
Mr. Samuel from Jakondeleki.
Welcome, Mr. Samuel.
Okay. Yeah, I read the report online also, and it's in confirmation of what we also have been saying before yesterday night. But I don't know whether the media is also doing something for Lai Mohammed to come out and apologize, because he needs to apologize. Because I believe if Nigeria is like other Western countries, by now he should have resigned. And also, is the media going to also influence the government to tell us who ordered the killing? Because we need to hear who ordered the soldiers to come in and kill the people. And other things that they've not told us at the end of the day. So I'm happy that today DJ Switch and other people have been vindicated. Well, it's no longer a story of lies that we are lying or the youth are lying that nothing happened. At least, then we need to hear from the army, because the army has not accepted that they actually killed people. So I don't know if the media is also going to help out for these things to come out, because they've covered so much lies.
All right. Thank you very much for calling us. We appreciate it. Well, I mean, the media is covering this story. The media is covering all sides of the story, including the ones you think are lies from government officials. I do know that Serap is suing the presidency to demand immediate dismissal of soldiers from Tollgate. I also know that Serap is also updating their petition to the prosecutor of the International Criminal Court. So we'll keep our eye on this story. This story will be with us for a while, so as it unfolds, we'll bring you updates. Oluwashola in Bariga is on the line. Hi, Oluwashola, welcome.
Thank you. May God be with you.
Be with you as well, ma'am.
Yeah. You see, what is happening in our country. Thank God for the truth to come out at last. I don't think what linked online is not true. If it's not, since yesterday, they will have come up and tell us that is not true piece of the report. It is. But thank God for those people that let us know. Because it will be just die down or try to manipulate. But what my concern now, do we ever learn? The people in power, do they learn? You remember just of them for a memorial. You see how we talk tough before they can do the little they still trying to force to impose whatever they want to impose on people. Are we in democracy or we are in rule of law? May God be with us, though. I don't want to say much.
All right. Thank you very much,
I'm
Oluwashola.
sorry, their blood is crying on Nigeria.
Oluwashola, thanks for your time. 99.3, hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
I am Ezedun from Surulere.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Sandra, the travails of Abakiari is an indication that SARS was a terrible organization in Nigerian police. Actually, SARS wants the reform of the Nigerian police. You see, Sandra, when the shooting happened and the committee was formed, I was sad and demanding that Adegoluwa should not accept the membership of that committee because I thought that their work will be compromised. But today, they proved me wrong. Sincerely, I must commend them. Their report is massive, tremendous, but it is not 100% because the governor demanded the soldier to come. The governor supposed to have some passengers of the indictment. The commander of the army garrison there who sent the soldier to come supposed to be indicted. You see, Sandra, I am happy with Adegoluwa. He has done very, very well. In fact, if the doubt I have on his capacity to deliver today is a rust. He has proved me totally wrong, that I was wrong to doubt his membership of that committee. You see, the governor should not play politics with this. The governor should just do his part. I know that the military, the governor don't have the power to prosecute those army personnel that came and the commander that sent them. But I want the governor to do his part, publish the report public, push it to presidency to fish out those commander and those army officers that sent those soldiers. I commend Adegoluwa sincerely and I commend the panel. A marvelous job, tremendous, great. Ezedun from Surulere.
Ezedun, thank you very much for your time. 99.3, hello. Hello?
Hello, Sandra. Good morning.
Good afternoon. You're calling the wrong line. You have to call us back on the line for men. Duntoy Olasukami says, youth, please get your PVC ready. It's time to run out these old fools and take this great and blessed country back. Enough is enough. Kenneth Kieran says, the release report of the EndSARS panel now makes me at least have confidence in the constituted panels in Nigeria. Before, I didn't believe in any Nigerian panel. And for those who argue that nobody died, should call this station and apologize to Nigerians. For Lai Mohammed, I wonder what he's planning to tell us next. What happened to us that day, we will never forget. Kenneth Kieran there. Jeva Zaki says, Sandra, the blood of those innocent youth will continue to fight Governor Sanwo-Olu and those who gave the command. Patrick Edobo says, all our young people wanted was a society where they feel safe, where they can thrive, where they can blossom, where they can be protected from criminals and also from our police force. But alas, they were shot at, injured, and killed by the same armed forces that were supposed to protect them. This is sad. Patrick Edobo with that message there on Facebook. Thank you, Patrick, for getting in touch. Women, call us on 01465-7190. Men, call us on 0700-993-993-993. Now, our third story is one that you should listen to as well. Our third story is the Ikoyi building collapse. But we'll talk to Ngozi first and then bring you our third story. Hello, Ngozi. Good evening.
Hello, Sandra. Good evening.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you. I'm actually very happy that at the end of the day, the truth came to the limelight. As I've always said, you cannot hide the truth for so long. You can only try to do that, but after a while, it will only take time and it will surface. I also want to ask, at the end of this report, what lessons have our government, our security agencies learned from this whole EndSARS issue? Because all I see is repetition of what actually led to the EndSARS in the first place. A clear example was during the memorial of the EndSARS. Sandra, just last week, a SAN called the attention of the public to the notorious Okuzo SAN, which was among the police units that actually brought about this EndSARS issue in the first place. That they have kicked us again, and they have kidnapped a lot of people and locked them up in that same cell. A SAN made mention of this on social media last week, and it was trending. And everybody is keeping quiet until somebody somewhere comes up tomorrow, then we will end up to the same 20th October issue. Why can't our government and security agencies do the right thing for once, for goodness sake? Why, Sandra? Why is this so difficult? Why is this so difficult? Why do police kill people at any slightest thing without even people you should protect, and you are the one taking away lives? And everybody sits as if nothing. I think we need to change our orientation as a nation, as a people in totality. We should start holding life sacred. Maybe when we start, things will be better for all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ngozi, for calling. Now to our third story, also dealing with human life. The Nigerian Institute of Structural Engineers has released a preliminary report on the collapse. The institute has told Nigerians that this report cannot be as detailed or as in-depth as the ones that will come from the police investigation and the panel that was set up by the state government. But it approaches the collapse from an engineering point of view and assesses what could, in capital letter, have gone wrong, based on documentary evidence. Let me read you the summary of the findings given by the Institute President, Dr. Kende Oshifala. He said, quote, "There are clear indications of several design brief changes on the project, and the engineering and management of these changes appear to have been seriously inadequate. The buildings that collapsed was initially designed for 6 floors, later 12 floors, and further 15 floors. It could not yet be established the adequacy of any properly designed and documented further revision to the eventual 21 floors that was implemented and which collapsed. There are also indications that more than 2 structural engineering design firms worked on the project at different times. The preliminary investigation also revealed some evidence of structural inadequacy in the construction, and that signs of some structural distress had already started to show within certain elements of the building." End quote. That's from the Institute President, the Nigerian Institute of Structural Engineers, that is. So the factors being listed here are multiple changes to the plan without properly handling the required engineering changes. I mean, if that is true, if it is true that the original plan for the 21-story building was for 6 stories, my guy, questions have to be answered. Questions have to be asked about whether the original foundation could possibly have been strong enough, for example. That's the first question I had in my head as soon as I read the story. Oshifala also pointed to the lack of insurance as one of the factors that makes a disaster like this more likely. According to him, before an insurance company will honor a policy on a project like this, they will insist that the developers do everything by the book, because the insurer is trying to reduce the risk of a collapse as much as possible so that they don't end up paying. So Shifala is faulting the developer's refusal to get an insurer. Remember, I told you yesterday that so far, no insurance broker or insurance company has stepped forward to say that they covered that building. But that's the latest update we have from the Ikoyi building collapse. What do you think about the findings of the Nigerian Institute of Structural Engineers? And yes, you can talk about our other stories as well. Don't forget, we have a debate coming up at 4 o'clock. We have 2 young people who will be debating, incidentally, protests. I promise it wasn't planned. We did not know that they were going to release reports from the EndSARS panel yesterday when we were choosing the topics for these children. But look at God. So look forward to that debate. It's happening at 4 o'clock in about 15 minutes. But for right now, talk to me about our 3 stories. Do you think the government should apologize to Nigeria's youths for how the EndSARS protests ended. That's one of the recommendations of the panel. Is a second EndSARS panel necessary? Because Governor Sanwo-Olu has set up a 4-man panel to produce a white paper that will tell us the government's position. And because of that, they've not officially released the report that was submitted to them by the Lagos EndSARS panel. And do you think that the Ikoyi collapse will bring changes to the building approvals process? Women call us on 01465-7190. Men call us on 0700-993-993. Hello, thanks for calling us.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Sandra.
sir. What's your name?
My name is Ben, calling you from Shagam, Ogun State.
Ben, I'm glad to have you on the show. Go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, so you say it all. The government have to come and apologize. And I'm so disappointed in that Lai Mohammed. That man, I don't know other children, you always listen to that man whenever he talks. Because it's not good. You cannot treat the people like this. The government should come out and apologize to the country. And they should put an end for this police problem. As I'm talking to you, if you travel to Lagos to Chagam before you reach interchange, the place they kill, the customs shoot a woman last year. They are still there doing rubbish up till now. They are there. They haven't learned their lesson. So please, let the government come and stop this nonsense by the police. We are all fighting for the better of the police. We are not fighting against the police. But I don't know why the police are against us.
All right, Ben. Thank you very much for your time. We
Thank
appreciate it. Let's speak with Meg. Hello, Meg. Thanks for calling us.
Sandra, one name Madu.
Thank you, Meg.
Are you seeing our country, Nigeria?
I am.
You know that God would just usually vindicate news organizations that are doing a good job. Can you remember the outcry against CNN when they published what they published about EndSARS? And I told myself then, I said, these people are too thorough to be telling a lie. Can you see? Kudos to Ebu. Ebu did law with my brother in Ife. Kudos to him. Kudos to the chair of that panel who didn't allow themselves to be manipulated by anybody. You asked the question whether a second panel is required. I don't think it's required. The government is trying to buy time and to cover their shame. That's the way I see it. But the truth of the matter is, it cannot be hidden. It's already publicized. Whatever white paper the government wants to bring out is already belated. He should follow to the latter the recommendations of the panel and assuage the pain of Nigerians who lost their loved ones and compensate them adequately. Like Ngozi said, the SARS thing is still going on in another shape and form. The police are still very brutal towards civilians, the people they are supposed to protect. So the blood of the innocent is not going to rest until they address what initiated the EndSARS at the beginning. That's what Nigerians want. We want an end to police brutality. We want an end to the killing of innocent young boys because they are wearing dreadlocks and carrying computers around to do their jobs and to survive. In 2021, a police officer stops you to say, why do you have a laptop? What secondary and kindergarten students are using abroad? Mandarabosha. God have mercy. Sandra, have a nice afternoon.
Meg, thank you for calling. Somaga is in Lekki. Hi, Somaga.
Yeah, hi, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sandra, I don't think this second panel is necessary. It's not needed.
Okay.
I think it was set up to panel beat the first panel.
What?
They literally want,
What does that mean? Panel beat the first panel.
they literally want to kill that first panel.
Oh, God.
And I also want to use this opportunity to thank whoever leaked this document, because I'm trying to imagine if it wasn't leaked, what they could have, presented to the public, after the second panel. But they are so shameless that even after this one is leaked, they're still trying to, paper the cracks and to cover some things. But let's see how it goes. And I also think that's what they're trying to do with the Ikoyi building collapse, because I have a strong feeling that there's a strong government connection to that building. Everything points towards that. But time will tell. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sumaga. Thanks for calling us. 99.3, hello.
Finally, President Sandra, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Good to have you on the show. What's your name?
This is Chris.
Welcome,
Sandra,
Chris.
you remember some months back, two people always call you, people say massacre, massacre. Where is the massacre? How come people never come out to claim that their people died? Sandra, you remember?
I remember.
I should mention their names.
I don't know if you remember their names. Why not?
One Chief Ugochukwu, and they came from satellite. You remember?
Okay.
You always call, and they will be asking you, where are the people? Why not come and claim they mention them? And you even tell them, say, look, there are some people who come out. Now, I want to thank whoever leaked that thing, because they are members of that party, but they can't take the secrecy to hide all this, and then they back out. I want to thank those set of people. And for the Ikoyi house, must you build a house in Ikoyi? When you are traveling to Ibadan, you see bush now after Ogere. Why not go and develop and build estate there? 6th floor, from 6 to 15, from 15 to 21. God. Not only Lai Mohammed. And Sandra, you know, I may tell you I want to, if I have my way, I will sue Lai Mohammed. You remember?
Okay.
Lai Mohammed, Chief Ugochukwu, 18. Those three people, even the governor, said one or two people died. I want to hear what they would say to Nigerians now. Thank you, President Chandra.
Thank you very much, Chris, for calling. We appreciate it. All right, let's go to WhatsApp before the people there riot. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. 080-959-75805. Good afternoon, President Sandra. Why is the panel not increasing the tempo report by indicting the culprit and taking them to court? Must the panel wait for the government to do that again? More so, the panel conceded to the pressure from the international interests. No apology, please. And to cap these, the panel must have been having a bad dream at night from the innocent blood. Thank you, Sandra. Kudos to Nigeria Info. Richie with that message there. Maki Lagos says... Maki, you're adorable. Maki says the government must unreservedly apologize to the youth and to all Nigerians for their abuse of power and dishing out malicious lies to cover up the 2010-20 Lekki Tollgate massacre and make needed compensations to the bereaved and intimidated. Governor Sanwo-Olu should please tread with caution about the so-called 2-week review of the submitted report and tell the whole truth according to the hard facts published in the report. Maki Lagos, thanks for your message. Lai Mohammed should honorably resign if he has anything called shame. He called it a phantom killing just last month. Now God has shamed all of them. Youth should just get ready to take over this country through massive voting. President Sandra, my humble questions are, who takes responsibility of the soldiers who went to the Lekki toll gate? Is it President Buhari or his then Chief of Army Staff? What sanction advice there in the panel's report against the LCC for obviously tampering with the CCTV footage? If one should desire to seek justice outside the shores of the country, how can one go about it? Is Nigeria Info going to invite Lai Mohammed for a response? Could you please invite families of these protesters killed by the army personnel to come forward to comment on the outcome of the panel's report? Akem with that message there on WhatsApp. Hard facts. Sandra, I hope unknown gunmen will not come after my brother Ebu Adegborowa, human rights lawyer, that was on that panel. He's the only one that threatened to release more reports if Lagos State government refuses to do justice to the panel's report. The Lagos State government will be regretting for allowing him to be on the panel. He is a radical lawyer, transparent, a man of integrity. He has antecedents for fighting for the masses in Nigeria. I think we shouldn't celebrate yet because Inspector Fashola is still searching for his camcorder. Panel after panel is a way of killing the truth. Adeboyega Adedeji with that message there. All right, thanks for your message. We've got so many more messages. Let me try and rush another one just before we take a break. Sandra Rotimi, who claimed to have practiced journalism for over 20 years, should please call us to tell us more on Lekki Tollgate lies. I can't forget how you lectured us on investigative journalism because of him. Men are wicked. May the souls of those who were murdered on that day rest in perfect peace. Osa Agency with that message. Osa Agency, thank you very much. for your message. Oh, we've got just 10 seconds left and we have to get ready for our debate at 4 o'clock. But this is a rolling story. I expect that more reactions to this thing will pour out tomorrow and we can take a look again at it tomorrow on the Big Three. But up next is I Beg to Differ Tournament. I am Sandra Ezekwesili on social media. Don't go away.
It's finally here. The I Beg to Differ debate tournament is live on Nigeria Info. Our moderators. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.